Good morning. Where are we off to today? Today I'm off to an area called Jesmond Dene. Now unsurprisingly it's in Jesmond and it's a Dene. Now a Dene is just, it's just a little water source running along. And in this instance, because that's been there for a length of time and a lot of famous people have used that area, such as Armstrong, who, if you know anything about Cragside, you'll know who he is and was. And there's, get off the road. There's a crow just sat on the road. No rush, it's just a road. What was I saying? Right, Armstrong. So, because of that, this area has a few ruins. Now we're going to go and take a look at that, and I'll look at the general area. I'm not going to hang about all day because, I'm too tired. And it's quite early in the morning. That's probably why this crow's just squatting on the road there. We'll see what we're going to find, and I'm pretty sure two of the locations are religious, because you have a St. Mary's well, which is an ancient water source, and then close to that you have St. Mary's. Now is it a, it's certainly not a cathedral, it's a small, another crow on the road. Get off the road. And you have a banqueting hall, which was used, I think, by Armstrong and other people. And then further along you have an old disused mill. Now, I think that's pretty ancient, and it was used at one point to grind flour, I think, originally, and then it was repurposed later on for some sort of seed, and then I think later on it was used for smashing up flint and things like that. We'll see what we can find, and hopefully the place won't be infested with dog walkers, because dogs, I've got nothing against dogs, lovely, but sometimes if your dog goes wild all the time like the Tasmanian devil, keep it on a lead, come on. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Toodaloo! And here we are at St. George's. Aye, that's St. George, the one who knocked the dragon. Well, mythological creature. What's this? Oh God. Right, fun, band, let's have a look. No alcohol, no dogs, no ball games. What, so if you're under 12 you can play football, but if you're over you can't? No radios! Good God. Aye. That's not very religious, turn you the cheek, unless you're playing football or listening to the radio. Right, anyway, so we're nearly on Ouseburn Road, so this unassuming road, and there's a secret path you can go down, which will take us to the ruins, and it's quite close to just streets really. I mean, look, this is more or less a main road, so I can get across here without getting knocked over. What a strange roof, look. Now, if your roof's at that angle, what's the point in putting tiles on it? Just make it a wall. It's virtually straight up and down. It's not a roof. A bit of history here for people who like to whack their balls really hard. There you go, Muriel Robb. Won England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland titles in 1902. Wow. Now that is a ball whacker. I was never that good at tennis. In fact, I wasn't particularly interested in sport at school. And yet when I left, I got into sort of weights and running, and I think just school isn't really a very good sort of atmosphere for learning. I know it sounds silly, but it's not always the best atmosphere, is it? Okay, now I think it's down here, just past this Tudor cottage. Aha, here we go. Right, we're off. Aha, now if I'm not mistaken, there's some juicy plums. They should be whacking those at the lawn tennis club. Look, you've got plums and then blackberries at the same place, so you can make a fruit salad here. So someone's garden's got a lot of fruit in it. It's a nice house. Very quiet around here, which is good. The road that we're on at the moment, well, the path, is called the Grove. Now it's a public right of way, but you've got all these houses. I mean, look at the size of this place. So there's some cheeky parking down here, which I could have used, but never mind, because I do not pay to park under any circumstances. It's a bit like Mission Impossible. Look at the size of that knocker. Aye, so I don't like paying to park because it's just a stealth tax after all. Some would argue speed cameras are. I know what I think of them, but I'll keep that to myself. So here we are in the proper part of the Grove. Sounds like something from the Hobbit, doesn't it? Although J.R. Tolkien was English, so he did take a lot of his inspiration from European stuff. Look at the size of that blackberry. Now that's a whopper. I'll eat that. Not bad actually. Not bad. So you see, as you walk along, you can have a free breakfast. So there's no better than parking for nout and eating for nout. I can hear the pigeon there. Where is he? Is that him there? Pigeon to make a right racket. Now somewhere down here there's supposed to be a load of cheeky guys. So let's see if we can find them. Now I've seen them before. Look at the size of those blackberries. Now that is a whopper. Let's try this one. Oh, a little bit better that one, but I'll eat the rest. Oh. Right, well, now who are these cheeky guys? So you've got a hippo and an owl. I've no idea what these are doing here. Some sort of dinosaur. A gnome. How strange, they're just in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. That football trophy. I'll just take the top off. Right, now down here is the first site that I'm interested in. It's a secret ancient well. And not a lot of people know it's here. So let's head in. Aha, here we go. St. Mary's Well. 17th century. Let's see if we can get in. It's tiny actually, but quite interesting. If you watch my videos you know what that is. Hedge bindweed. In fact, it's all over here. Look. It's got a massive flower. Right, let's get down here. And these steps are a bit treacherous. Whoa. Here comes the potty pigeon. Oh. Hello, potty pigeon. What on earth are you doing down here? Whoop, you're off. I know, it's a strange place down here. can get down without slipping and dying. So you've got this section here, which is like the overflow for the water. And then you've got the religious iconography here. So I presume these are depictions of Mary. And then a crucifix up there. But that's a well, believe it or not. It's actually right at the top with water. So if I can get my torch on it. There you go. Look at that. That's all water. Isn't that incredible? So the water comes up and then overflows and eventually heads down towards the Dene. And there's a little cup there if you're brave and you want to drink it. I'm certainly not. It's got 2 pences in and all sorts. Aye. Very interesting. Aye, so there you go, look. That's all water. I should anoint something. Very nice. So if you're ever in the area and you want a bit of peace and bloody quiet, just come down here. Just do not slip. Be very careful. Right. Anyway, let's get out of here. It's supposed to be, now is it a St. Mary's Chapel? I think it's a chapel. Look at that bird there. Been watching me. I think that's a blackbird. Maybe a thrush, I can't tell from that profile. Okay, let's get out of here. Aye, so that's St. Mary's Well. Very quiet here. I suppose it's quite early in the morning. But you don't get all the irritating people. It seems to be a watershed when it's here, right? Release the irritating people now. Okay, now St. Mary's Chapel should be just down here. I don't think there's a lot left, but see what there is. Ah, here we go. It's just down here. Just next to the obnoxious no parking sign. Ah, so it's just up this side road there. That's it there. St. Mary's Chapel, here we go. If you're lucky, there's a woodpecker. You don't always see woodpeckers, though. You hear them, but you certainly don't always see them. And there's now that's a modern addition, that stained glass window. Definitely modern. Nice, but that's certainly not what stained glass windows used to look like. What does it say here? 12th century and lodged in the 14th century. Very nice. You can always tell, ancient buildings in this country are hilarious. I can have a guess how old they are by how low the doors are, because I can't walk through any of these doors. There. Now my head, look how close my head is. There's no way I can actually walk through that, that's too low. So people must have been absolutely minuscule in the olden days. Now the funny thing about this chapel is when people die, people come and leave sort of artifacts. It's very interesting. There's one. So obviously someone's died, you see. So dance, love, sing and live. Now who's this guy here? Gary Lee Hands. So, hope his family are alright, because it's not nice losing someone. Who's this? Stella. That's a shame, isn't it? 1998, wow. Christopher. It's always sad to see things when people have lost family, but if no one's beat death yet and no one comes back, it's an unfortunate part of being a human, part of the human condition. Chester Bennington. Oh no, he was the singer out of Linkin Park. I liked the first album, but it became a bit samey. Christopher Harrison. Wow. What a shame. Who's this? And there's a ram and an old lady. So a strange place here, really. Obviously in total ruin, but still used for religious purposes today. Now, can I get down here without going, as they say, arse over tit? No problem. Right, now I need to be down this secret path. Interesting place, that chapel. And like most religious places, quite quiet. I know a lot of the times that's by design, but there seems to always be a bit of peace around a religious place. And I'm not religious. It doesn't mean I have a go at people who are, but I'm just not particularly interested. Right, now where are we? Now you can go through there, but you can also go through the secret tunnel down here. So let's get the secret tunnel. Ah, we're in the secret tunnel. Actually, it's not that echoey. I was going to do a yodel, but I won't bother now. And we're back to humanity in life. My God, the sun's coming out. Thank you, Saint Mary. I wasn't religious before, I am now. I'm a believer. Now, I'm not going to say it's a peaceful area because I think I say the word peaceful too much. It's serene. What a strange looking house. Huh. It's idyllic. More free food here. Loads of it. Now that last one I had was a bit bitter. They're not so good. Where's my free lunch? I don't remember this path being so long. I'm going to have to start shouting, "Oh, we're there yet?" Ah yes, I know where we are now. Almost there. Alright, so if you come down here you get to what's called the Banqueting Hall. Now it's called that because that was one of its uses. Now I stress the word one of because it's been used for many things and expanded over certain dates, and I think recently it's been used by an artist. Well, that's not a piss artist, but we'll see. Ah, now this is an interesting tree. So this tree here, look at the size of it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like an oak. Massive. The mighty oak. Now, who planted this? Let's have a look. This tree was planted by Her Royal Highness Princess Alexandra to mark the public opening of Jesmond Dene, 1884. Wow. Look at the size of it. So that's how long it takes. If you're planting one this weekend, don't expect similar results. You're going to have to wait a long time. And there's another tree here. Now, I'm sure this was planted by a soldier. Let's have a look. Ah, here we go. It's believed to have been planted 1919 from a seed collected by an unknown soldier from World War I battlefield in Belgium. Wow. And again, look at the size of that, it's a whopper. Why did he bring a seed back? Not sure what that's about, unless that was a thing for soldiers, you know, bring a seed back. Because nothing, you know, no good came out of those wars, World War I and II. Absolutely disgusting how many people suffered and died. I think some governments seem to forget that war should be an absolute last. I mean, you know, when it came to Hitler, you didn't have a choice. He was a, you know, an absolute plonker. But these days, let's have another war. It's not a good thing. People seem to forget. Aye, and there's the Dene down there. I don't know if you can hear it. There's the water running. Let's go around the side here and see what we can find. As you look at that, now there's an example of how life always finds a way. Now look how that vine has threaded itself through the wire. It's incredible. It's thriving. Unbelievable. Incredible building. Now these buildings here, I think were for the servants. Now that's what it looks like today. And look what it used to look like. Beautiful. And there's Lord Armstrong, quite an important man. So it was very nice. But unfortunately, it's an absolute ruin today. Has a spare sometimes, but still beautiful. Okay, let's head down to the Dene and see what there is. Actually, there's an interesting bridge here. If we pop down here, I don't know if you can see it through the trees. And there's nobody about. I'm sure there'll be dog walkers or runners, but nobody about. Aye, now how old's that bridge? Look. It's completely moss laden, so humpback bridge. And this crosses the main path in the Dene. Alright, so that direction heads down towards the Tyne. That direction heads up towards the hospital. I don't think I'll see any fish in there today. But some of these trees are massive. They're stretching right up. What's that noise? It sounds like a bloody parrot. Christ. Long John Silver. War! Where's me parrot? Still haven't spotted any people, which is a good thing because you want a bit of peace and quiet. You know, I don't want it to be like I'm at a football match. There's another pigeon. Why do pigeons keep just flopping down? They're a strange bird, pigeons. Now this up here is a modern wreck. I'm sure in 200 years people will say, oh, look at this historical ruin. That used to be an overpriced restaurant, I think. It's called something like Fisherman's Lodge, or... There you go, Fisherman's Lodge. It was an overpriced restaurant where they buy a piece of cod and say, right, I'm going to put saffron butter on it, that's 40 quid. Stitch that. Aha, more free food. Ah, it's not ripe. Not quite ripe. You can see how these are related to the rose family. That's the actual flower there. And then that turns into the fruit. There's slim picking on this one. Nothing. Unless you want a fluffy feather there. Yeah, nothing. That's a shame. Okay, let's continue. Oh, there's another pigeon flying around like a maniac. I like kamikaze pilots. Aye, so this building here was an overpriced restaurant. Now it might look ancient, but it's not as ancient as it looks. I think it's a modern, a much more modern building. Well, I may be wrong. I mean, again, I'm no historian. I'm just a normal bloke. My God, there's a runner. Human life. Well done, keep going. There's supposed to be a kingfisher along here, but I highly doubt it, because they're skittish animals, and I'm sure you get a lot of people down here at times. I can't imagine them hanging about. They're a bit like herons. Herons are the most irritating bird to photograph. If you see one and you're like 6 miles away and you step on a twig, they bugger off. I don't know if it's because they're shy. It may be because they think, if you're around making a noise, the fish will bugger off and they'll not catch them. That's probably what it is. But they're a bugger. Ah, there's that building. I think there was a fire. I'm sure it was in the newspaper. There was some sort of fire. Ah, so now it's ready to be repurposed or knocked down, I presume. Not in a good way. There you go. Hang on, it can't be that old. It's got Sky TV. Right, Lord Armstrong's Sky TV from 1762 there, where you got one channel. And there's, or was that the building that burnt down? Ah, you can see fire damage there. There's been a fire there. What is that noise? It sounds like a parrot. Ah, we've made it to the bridge, so we're nearly there. In fact, we've made it to 2 bridges. You've got this one that I'm on, and then just for backup, there's another one. I don't know why there's 2. Ah, there's the kingfisher. Can you believe it? Here was me slagging the place off, saying there's no kingfishers here. What a load of rubbish. Whoever came up with that's an idiot. I've just seen it. What you generally see is you see a flash of like iridescent green. That's how you see them. Now it's just flowing along that stretch of water headed away from me, so if it comes back I might get it. So I might head down to that smaller bridge and start filming and see if I can get it, because it'll be a shame if I miss it. It does exist. Let's head down. Right, I'm down on the lower bridge, waiting with bated breath for a kingfisher to fly past. But you do realise the problem is it's a bit like watching a kettle, they never boil. So chances are there'll be nothing. Come on, where are you? There's loads of birds around here. It's like a cacophony of calls. Yeah, kingy fisher. I don't know what a kingfisher's call is, so I can't even try and mimic one. I think maybe what I should do is I should just film this go back to the house and just Photoshop one in. And certainly save a bit of time. Now I can see a magpie in the distance walking about, but no kingfisher. He's probably miles away by now, laughing at me. I give up. As soon as I turn this off, it will go flying past 6 inches from my head. Anyway, let's head back. I'm trying to find this ancient mill. It's got to be up here somewhere. So originally I think it was for flour. Obviously water mill, used water power. And then, was it flint or gunpowder or something like that? How on earth you mill gunpowder is another matter, but there you go. Here we go, right, it's this way. Nice field here. Pretty big. Oh, look how high up those trees go. I don't know what this used to be used for. That looks Victorian, that building behind me. To my eye, it looks Victorian. And the sun's coming out. I know I keep bleating on about it, but it's a rarity, it's a delicacy in this area. Right, I'm going to head back along the dune and see what I can find, because there's a bridge along the bottom where there's something to have a market. I'm not going to go and buy a load of cheap rubbish, I just want to see what's happening and see what it looks like aesthetically. I don't know what this was used for. I mean, look, did that used to be a structure, or couldn't be for cricket, it's too bumpy. And I didn't get a picture of this bloody kingfisher. They're a nice bird as well, they're hard to picture though, hard. Especially on a mobile phone. I realise that no one's going to believe this, but the bloody kingfisher's just gone past again. It's gone that way this time, so back the way I came towards that bridge. I cannot believe it. I'm speechless. I'm not going back up there. No chance. Right, I'm off. I'm furious now. I'm going to go on Google Maps and write a terrible review for Jesmond Dene. See, look, I couldn't even find the kingfisher. That's really annoying. Look at all this hedge bindweed. Now, obviously it grows in hedges mainly, but the bindweed part comes from this, look. You'd think someone had plaited that together, look. Isn't that incredible? It binds to anything. It even curls around itself, so yeah, it doesn't stop. So if you ever get in your garden, you ain't getting rid of it quite so easily. There's the bridge. It looks like a wrought iron bridge to me. And I know on a Sunday I think they have a market up there. It's all, you know, overpriced art and knock-off leather jackets, that sort of thing. Or bracelets for a tenner. That cost, you know, 10 pence to make. There's that bloody kingfisher that I never got. So it's somewhere down there. I'm not going back. I'm bloody few. Oh my god, how do the Baskervilles coming? No matter where you go, there's always a troop of dogs. Right, I best get out of here before I get mauled. Just spotted a disgusting and foul creature. There it is. Oh, it's called a speed camera. Aye. So we're getting extra taxes out of people. Anyway, if we continue down here, I'm on the hunt, so I'm heading down towards the Tyne and I'm looking for something called King John's Well. I think there's the ruins of a windmill, if I'm not mistaken. And not many people come down this bit. They tend to stick to the bit over there, which is more towards Gosforth. That's why the path's a bloody disgrace. So if I get stuck in quicksand, and well, this would never get uploaded though, would it? So you'd never know. Right, I'm still trying to find this King's Well. I think it's down here and right a bit. Oh, that sounds a bit vague, but it's the best I can do. I'm determined to find it. It's like a bloody maze. Now this looks interesting. Don't know if it's the right way, but You'd think that was an old riverbed, but these rocks look man-made. So I want to see what's up here. Unless it was an artificial waterway. But then why would it be crossing a road? It looks pretty damp here. I think that's where I need to be, but how the hell do you get up there? Ah, that looks blocked off. I can get up here without dying. Aha, the pathway. Here we go. I found a path. Ah, that looks more like some sort of waterway. So if I can climb up here, Christ. I've been in bloody gymnastics class. Right. And along here without falling off and dying. Right, made it. Good God. Now which way is it? I'm not sure what that used to be then. That's where I came from. I'm going to try this way. I feel lucky. Now, is that the King's Well? I'm just not sure now. Certainly looks ancient, but I'll keep going. Nothing signposted. Aha! Well, I've come up a small path and I've found an old windmill, and I don't know if there's a lot known about this windmill. Actually, you can see a magpie through the window. See him there? Start mucking about. I have no idea where I am. I'm kind of lost, but I think that's fun. There's a rabbit. See him? Not even bothered. Whoop, he's off. He wasn't even bothered. Okay, let's have a look at this mill. Natural power. Look at that. Back in the day. There's Harry Hedgehog. Aye. Not a lot left. I presume it's pretty smashed down. Let's have a look. And you've got trees growing out the top now. Yeah, the brickwork. Now, has that been replaced at some point? There's some ironwork. It's corroded away. Where's the bloody door? Ah, here's the door. Alright, so there's nothing inside. Nothing left. Floor's all decayed. No left. You still see some of the old brickwork there, where they've patched it, probably at a later time. It used to be the further we get through in history, the smaller the bricks get. It's a bit like bars of chocolate, isn't it? You keep getting ripped off. The Twix is half the bloody size now. Anyway, we can't get in there, unfortunately. But my God, look, that is the sun. Mythical in this area, hardly ever seen. I still don't know where this bloody well is. In fact, I'm going to try down here. I'm determined to find it now. It's probably that thing I passed. Let's try down here. matter where you go, if you were in a park, there could be a flasher. Ah, not that sort of flasher. That sort. Oh well, no harm done. Not the type of flasher where they have their ghoulies hanging out. I've just worked out what this is. This is the thing I was trying to climb up before. You remember I was right down the bottom there. It was all bricks and smashed to bits. This is actually a cattle run. I would never have known that. And it was to keep the cattle from knacking the Dene. So they would go on that specific route. Now, I've just asked the dog walker and he says, oh, there you go. And there's the cattle. So that's in a state of disrepair now, isn't it? There you go, an engineer's solution, the cattle run. Wow. And there's Lord Armstrong. Been his old house in Cragside. Beautiful, massive grounds. He's had its own hydroelectricity and all sorts. Extremely interesting man. Fantastic. So that's the cattle run. So I'm crossing over the top of it now. And I asked the dog walker, I says, where's this King's Well? And he says, never heard of it. So, so if he can't find it and he lives here, I'm not going to find it. Do those pigeons ever shut up? Coo, coo, coo. What are you shouting at, man? Have a rest. Aye, so there you go. So that's the cattle run. Now I was climbing up like a plonker. But see, I like getting lost because you find things. It's all about doing a recce and seeing what's about. I'm a bit hungry, so no, I'm not going to eat those blackberries. Look, that water looks a bit yucky. Anyway, we'll continue. And here we are. I've made it to Armstrong's Bridge. There it is. Not that big, but I'm sure it's pretty impressive in its time. It looks like wrought iron to me. It's funny how all the wrought iron bridges are still around from way back, and yet, you know, whoop, we need to replace the Forth Road Bridge. Knackered already. Right. Good God. That'll cheer you up, Samaritans. Aye, don't jump off. Alright, let's see an open spot on the bridge. Wow, here we are near the middle of the bridge now in the distance. See that? That is the steeple of St. George's where we started. So I've come quite a distance, but you can still see where we started. Look at all the rivets on here. I don't think people realise, you know, that was the main way of attaching metal. Now everything's, you know, welded, but imagine how many rivets are in this bridge. Look at the size of those conkers. It reminds me of Lord Delaval's son. The one who died when he got kicked in the knackers. So that's Lord Armstrong's Bridge. So I'm going to head back along now. Head back along towards St. George's. Just heading back through Pet's Corner, and look at those. Look at those vandals sitting on the roof. Sitting on the roof of the house. Goats are greedy. And there's some other goats. I hear you. What are you after? I think that's great. Sitting up on the roof. When this world keeps getting me down, I head up onto the roof. And there they are. Who's this cheeky boy? Ah, they're just looking for grub. They're not daft. So if you're ever in the area, pop in and see the goats. You know what makes sense. Look at this one. He says, what are you up to? Right, I'm off. Listen to that. Listen to that jive turkey.